Hello, students. Now I'm audible or visible. Hello, everyone. Let's start the class. Yes. Yes. So, today we are going to chapter body fluids and its circulation. Body fluids and its circulation. So now this chapter is very important chapter. This is the actually overall third chapter of human physiology. So, this chapter deals with the circulation of blood and the things transported through the blood. Okay, here but blood is the body fluid. Okay, allows transport. Okay, what blood is transporting? Blood is transporting enzymes, minerals, hormones, digested products, minerals, signs, hormones. So as human respiratory system is made up of respiratory organs, so here this body fluids means the fluid which is responsible in circulating through the body and allowed to transport the substances. This deals with the blood vascular. So this blood vascular system is a closed type of system. Closed. Closed means in when we are discussing human circulatory system. So the blood flows inside proper blood vessels. They are not flowing in the open spaces. We are having closed system means blood blood vessels. So blood vessels and heart. Blood vessels and heart. So blood is a fluid that is composed of two products. Blood has two components: plasma and blood cells. Plasma and blood cells. Plasma means definitely which is a fluid, lots of water is present, but this constituent 55%, this constituent 45%. Minerals contain all the the ions, the minerals, the substances that allow to transport all around the body. Blood cells types RBC, WBCs, and platelet. Done. RBCs, WBCs, and platelet. Okay. Then blood vessels are the fine tubes through which through which blood is flowing. This tube can be artery, veins, and capillary. Capillary. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, done. Is it clear? Now, third is heart, pumping organ. Heart is our pumping organ. Now, here we are not going to deal everything in deep, but the major things I'm going to take. Like in blood, RBC, red blood corpuscles, they are having hemoglobin. Okay, graveyard. Okay, then WB defense or defense mechanism. And platelets. Blood clotting. Okay, platelets, blood clotting. Okay, now if we discuss about blood vessels, blood vessels, artery, veins, and capillaries, they have to be understood along with the heart. How? Artery carry oxygenated blood, oxygenated blood away from the heart, the organs, so that the cells of the organs get the oxygen and then they can produce the carbon dioxide to the organs. Okay, vein. Vein always carry deoxygenated blood, lots of CO2 wala blood from heart. Blood from heart, organ, heart. The heart. And what are capillaries? Arteries bifurcate, we can say artery divides into capillaries and capillaries divides into veins. So if a big aorta, artery, arterioles, capillaries, venules, veins, heart. Done. Heart. Heart is the single organ, pumping organ. Okay. Now in human beings, heart is four chambered. Heart is the four chambered. Heart is the four chambered. Now in human being, how these chambers are there? Are the layers. Then cardia. So outer layer pericardium, middle layer myocardium, muscular layer, contraction layer, and endocardium. Okay. Heart is four chambered. Heart is four chambered. Upper chamber auricles, ventricles. Okay. Auricles, ventricles. Here right auricle, left auricle. Right ventricle, left ventricle. Now all the chambers of the heart will get and receive, or give the blood through the arteries and veins. So here superior and inferior vena cava, SVC and IVC. Here pulmonary vein. Here pulmonary artery. No, aorta. Here pulmonary. No, no, I have written. Here pulmonary artery, and here aorta. Now you very well know that arteries always carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary, and all veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary. Have to consider this. So our this heart undergoes double circulation. One circulation related to systemic, all the systemic organs, and one circulation related only to the organ lungs. Okay. Double circulation. Systemic and pulmonary. Related lungs. It lungs. No, related to organ other than lung. Other than. Now, initially, if we consider the animal kingdom, animal kingdom like Pisces, heart two chambered. Okay. Amphibia, three chambered. Reptilia, partially three chambered, three or four chambered in crocodile. Crocodile. And in aves and mammalia, completely four chambered. Now, the flow of blood always from auricles to ventricles. There should not be any backflow. There should not be any backflow. For this, valves are present. Here it is tricuspid valve. Three flaps are there and bicuspid like this. Tricuspid and bicuspid. Now, if we consider the cardiac cycle of heart, how the blood pump, how it will occur. Now, in cardiac cycle, the two steps are very essential. If we consider systole, the chambers are in relaxation. Now, whether it is a auricular systole, auricles are relaxing, or whether it is a ventricular systole, ventricles. Diastole, diastole, how diastole? Contraction. So now when chambers are filled with heart, ventricular, auricular systole, auricular systole, auricular systole. That is that is filled. Then now uh, this time the walls are closed. Now when auricular diastole occur, valves open, blood enters into ventricles. Then that enters into ventricles. Now ventricular diastole will occur. Initially they were in systole. Now this whole cardiac cycle will complete in point. Okay, done. Is it clear to everyone? Hi, hi everyone. Now what else? Consider the ECG. PRS. What do you mean by ECG? Is electrocardiograph. Electrocardiograph means it is a machine when it is plotting the cardiac activity of heart, that is the cardiac cycle in a graph, then it is known as electrocardiogram. So electrocardiograph is a paper on which the electrical activities are noted, and the machine electrocardiogram. Electrical activity plotted is plotted. Electrical activity Plot it. Okay. Now, if you consider the disorders, what are disorders? Means disorder is like heart attack, heart failure, angina pectoris. So this is all about this complete revision of this chapter. On tomorrow, we are going to deal with the chapter excretory products and its elimination.